Hello, Martin. It's Linda. I'm here with Barnaby Tremaine. You know Barnaby, a lovely smile, full head of hair. Yeah, yeah. He's how else do I describe Barnaby? Fantastic singer, amazing, gorgeous looking. Yeah, that's right. The alcoholic.
Ay. Yes, I'm here.
Repeat that. Sorry.
I said, yes, I'm here.
And I am also here. My name is not Martin or Linda. Believe it or not, my name
Yes,
is
it is.
actually Um, Brick Mail.
Ramesses.
It's actually Manny.
Ramesses Niblick the Third. Whoops, where's my thrill?
It's Jerzy Orlovsky. Ski. Anyway, welcome
He's
everybody.
not really feeling, He just pretends to sound more sophisticated.
Welcome everybody to the episode 14 of the World Chuffed podcast. That little intro was well, we'll get into it, but that was referencing today's show we were talking about. But my name is Alone Punk, and I'm joined by my co-host. Introduce
You're
yourself.
reluctant, guy.
Introduce yourself.
If you don't know who I am by now, I can't help you.
Oh,
I
well,
am
three.
Barnaby Tremaine.
We've got 3 subscribers, mate, and 2 of them are us, and one is my mum.
I'm not subscribed.
You are. You make comments every time on videos,
Yeah, but only to insult you.
but you're insulting both of us because you're also on the podcast, and the channel.
Yeah, but only through a contractual obligation.
Right. Whatever you say. So, today's subject is on a show that I believed aired in 2002. I could be incorrect on that one, but I believe so.
I thought it
And
was 2003.
sorry, what was that?
I thought it was 2003.
It was either 2003 or 2002.
It was on the radio around that time.
Okay, so let's go with
Are you gonna
2002.
are you gonna tease them even more?
I'm just gonna see when it was made. 1 second.
Quality entertainment.
1 second. You entertain them while I do this. Oh, you're right. Yeah, 2003. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Sorry about that.
So are you gonna play the Barnaby Was Right song?
No, but we are gonna do Barnaby's quote of the week.
I'll make it insulting.
Barnaby's quote of the week. Thank you, everybody. That was Barnaby's quote of the week. We didn't do it last episode, but we thought we'd do it at the beginning.
Yes.
So, and that will happen every single time we do a podcast episode. Because in Barnaby's contract it says Barnaby must do Barnaby's quote of the week to pay tribute to the late great Harry Hill. He's not dead, but
Not dead.
I hope he's fucking not. Anyway, on to today's subject. Aired in 2003 on BBC One.
3.
Was it on BBC? No, it wasn't.
It was.
BBC Three's not that old.
Yeah, well, BBC 3 is getting on in years,
BBC Three was not 2003.
It was though.
Who was it? Oh, fucking hell, I didn't realise it was that old. Jesus Christ, on a bicycle. Okay, so apparently it aired on BBC Three. I didn't know that. I thought it was a BBC One because I just assumed, well, saying that, the Young Ones and Early Falls and My Family was BBC Two or BBC One. I'm not sure. Okay.
My family was BBC 1. I'm not really sure why, because they used BBC 2 for comedy mostly.
Yeah, that's where Young Ones doing it in bottom and
Yeah, I
stuff.
think so.
So let's just get into it. Do you want to tell people what aired in 2003? in 2000. What aired on BBC Three in 2003? Do you want to tell the people what today's subject is and maybe
Oh,
tell them?
lots of things aired on BBC Three in 2003. 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it did.
Uh, I think there was a show called How Not to Live Your Life. That might have been a bit later, actually. There was probably other shows as well. I didn't really watch much BBC Three because we couldn't really get BBC Three in our house.
I don't even know if I didn't even know it existed until today. That long ago. Um. Okay, so also Little Britain, a TV show, co-created
Radio show.
by. Was that sorry?
It was a radio show.
Originally, it was a radio show, but then it became a TV show in 2003
Yes.
on BBC Three. Correct.
Yes.
Little Britain, co-created by Matt Lucas and David Walliams. Oh, God, to be honest with you, I'm glad I forgot his name. It aired. It was that period of, I'd say, and you can tell me if you disagree or not, but it was that period of where comedy was kind of dying. Like it was that same period of like My Family, like 2000 sitcoms and sketch shows, and it was kind of like that era where it kind of died out in the late 90s, and then it kind of.
Do you mean it was just like really safe comedy?
What do you mean?
Well, My Family's a great show, but it's not very edgy, is it?
Yeah, like comedy was very, yeah, like PG and safe. Like My Family would talk about things like, but they wouldn't, for example, like The Young Ones or Bottom or Black Books, where Black Books would talk about some serious things. And it was at that period, but when Little Britain aired, comedy like that, especially sketch comedy, would you say it's sketch comedy?
Yeah, it's sketch comedy.
Um,
So I don't really know
but it
anymore.
was sketch comedy, but it was consistent, same characters. 'Cause like, so, I mean, they do it quite often in sketch comedy, but with Little Britain, it was like same characters each episode, and
Yeah, it was influenced by the Fast Show for that.
the what?
It was influenced by the Fast Show. That had basically the same catchphrase, the
That
same
was
sketch sometimes week after
Paul
week.
Whitehouse.
That's the fella.
Yeah, I like Paul Whitehouse. Harry Enfield and Chums all getting. Well, it's either no, it's Harry Enfield and Chums, and also the Harry Enfield Show, but it's the same thing. We'll get on to that, but yeah, like Little Britain. I first watched it in secondary school. So late 2010s for me. When did you first watch it?
Around the time it was first aired. I didn't get BBC Three, but I think it was repeated on BBC Two.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think they did do that quite often.
If I remember right, I first saw it really late at night when I probably should have been asleep.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But it kind of was obviously not the first, but definitely in the 2000s. It was like, whoa, this is very edgy comedy, and some of the jokes landed, and some of the jokes like that's not even funny. Let's list off some characters. We've got
Well, you got Lou and Andy that actually predate the show.
yeah, you do. Yeah, you're right. But you've got like what? I can't even think, honestly, of the characters there is. Well, Andy is supposed to be a wheelchair user, but in reality, he's just lazy. And Lou,
But who's he supposed to be?
I don't know who's he supposed to be.
Andy Warhol.
Andy Warhol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Andy Warhol and Lou Reed. That's the
Yeah,
original character.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Yeah.
You did not know that.
Yeah, I did. I did know. Anyway, but he's supposed to be a wheelchair user, and Lou's meant to be his carer. We don't know. I think Lou's straight, right? I don't know. Probably. I just
Well, he
assumed.
has a girlfriend in one episode, so I guess so.
I just
Could
assumed
be
he was.
biased,
He
though.
was. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. But he's actually just lazy because in every episode where Lou's not looking, we see Andy. For example, the cat. Is it the cat up the tree or the frisbee
Yeah.
or
I
something?
can't remember that
And
one.
he
I
goes
know.
and
I
gets it.
do remember the first one I ever saw was in the swimming pool,
Oh yes, that's
where he
a
has
good
a
one.
very slight fear of water, and that's the exact moment it's timed perfectly to hit the water like that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, like I don't. I think I probably watched it in order. But my favorite character probably Anne, and I know she's not like a main character like Lou and Andy and David Thomas, the other guy in the village. Anne, like, because we don't know if Anne,
And which village was it, sir?
ah,
And which village was he the only gay in?
Chandui Brevi.
Very good.
I know my shit. I watched it recently. Don't question me on Little Britain, bitch. Anyway,
Don't tempt me.
because we don't know if Anne is supposed to be a woman or we don't know if Anne's actually handicapped or what's the correct term, learning disabilities. Because
I guess so.
we see her like on the phone, and then when she does what's it called? Tonight thingy, I will
Huh?
be. What's the show called?
Oh,
Stars in Her
you
Eyes.
mean stars in their eyes?
Yeah, and she goes tonight, cat, whatever. I will be.
Matthew.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
Well, it's Matthew Kelly.
Yeah, but it's not Matthew Kelly, but she says Matthew. It's what's her name? The other lady, the blonde one.
That narrows it down.
Yeah, you know her. Anyway, but do you have a favorite character that's not controversial? Well, they're mostly
It's
controversial
not
characters.
controversial.
As long as it's not Ting. What's the name? Ting Tong.
Oh, the narrator?
Oh, you mean Tom Baker? Yeah,
Yes, that's the
Tom
fella.
Baker. Yeah, I forgot to mention that Tom Baker, who for people who don't know, he was the fourth Doctor in Doctor Who, and I'm the Doctor. Yes, jelly baby. That's kind of my impression. Not really great, but so Tom Baker is the narrator, but he is just really silly, and
I, I can't do a good Tom Baker. I can do a pretty good William Hartnell impression.
I'm sure.
Should we do it right now?
Yeah, go on.
Sure, sure. You'll have to just imagine me lying down.
Uh, yeah, you're funny. Tom Baker. He's the narrator and he's very funny in it. And as a kid, I didn't know it was him until I was older, and I was like, oh my god, yeah, that is Tom Baker. But yeah, Tom Baker, I guess technically is a character, the narrator. Um, David Thomas, the other guy in the village. Um, probably actually my second favorite character because the whole premise behind it is like gay people keep coming into the pub or the village, and he always like scares them away because he wants to be the only gay in the village.
I'm not
And
sure
like,
why.
no, what you never find out. And it's like when he's like, "I'm gay" to his parents, and it's like, I don't think he is. I don't think he's actually gay.
Well, he just wants to be special.
Yeah, I don't think he wants attention. I don't really think David Thomas is not a gay man because we never see him with anyone. He never mentioned about having sex. I mean, you don't have to have sex to be gay, but I don't think personally, I don't think he is gay. Um,
Well, no one talks about me having sex. Don't mean I'm gay.
true, true. But yeah, I just don't know. Like, it's just all the characters, obviously, like Emily, I'm a lady. Um, Emily's an interesting character because she's a
What,
transvestite.
what
Is
was
that
her
right?
what was her what was her mate's name?
God. Uh, oh, I watched it recently. I should know this. Um,
I think Matt Lucas makes quite a fetching lady, even with a moustache.
I couldn't tell you, mate. What's her name?
I don't know. I was going to ask you.
I don't know. But she's in the second series, I believe.
I think
Um,
the first series as well.
I've got to talk about the lady who froze up. The old lady.
Oh,
The
I think that's
racist
the third
lady.
series.
She's in all three series, I believe.
No, I'd have to look it up.
Um, but that, well, we don't know if she's actually racist or not. I don't know.
Pretty heavily actually
She's
racist.
racist, she's sexist, she's homophobic. But then there's the episode where she goes away and she kisses her friend, and then she goes. "Bleh." I don't know how they did that. I mean, I have an idea how they did the sick. It was really like a tube, and they just
Yeah,
sprayed it. I don't know what it was. Probably like porridge or something.
usually vegetable soup.
How would you know that? How do you know that?
I know these things.
Are you are you a nose neighbour?
No, you're thinking of Michael Payne.
My name is Michael Payne, and
No, it isn't.
I'm a nose neighbour.
That you are.
Um, yeah, there's God, so many characters. Fat fighters. Got to talk about fat
I
fighters
thought,
and
I thought you liked the minstrels.
no, 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 no. We don't talk about that. That was not even in the. It's not even. It is out there, but it never made it to the aired version. It's like when the guy invites people, friends over, and he's got one white friend, and he invites all his other friends who are people of color, and he's got like chicken and watermelon or whatever. That never made it to air either, and you can see why. Don't know how Ting Tong made it to air, but fuck knows. Um, yeah, I know. I've seen the clip of the minstrels, but it's not in the first episode, is it?
Um,
I don't think it ever made it on. It may have made it on the DVD, but I don't think it ever made it.
what about the hotel owner?
Oh, the Scottish hotel owner.
Who's got that slightly weird recorder thing?
But yeah, maybe I do, maybe I don't. However it goes. There's so many characters to cover though. There's so many. There's like billions. The Prime Minister, who is Anthony Head, who we lost
The
recently.
ratings.
Amazing actor. First time I saw him was in Doctor Who, but he lost Anthony Head recently, and um,
Well, I first saw him in Buffy
why?
because that's just where I saw him the first time.
Uh, Nick, you're old. Anyway, it's just, I don't know. We've got a lot to cover. So, like, what sketch would you say is your favorite from Little Britain? Like any character, any. I'm gonna drink some water, so while I do that, you're gonna explain your favorite sketch.
I'm just gonna drink some water.
You're Chewbacca.
Anyway, no, that's
Uh, go on, Mogwai.
uh, no, that's
Okay, all right, we get it.
well, I
An
can't help
idiot.
it. Not everyone's as talented as me.
An idiot. Anyway, what? Anyway, come on.
Anyways, I always had a bit of a soft spot for Vicky Pollard myself.
New, but year, but new, but year. Which Vicky Pollard sketch or which one? Because there's so many.
The first one I ever saw was one where she's in like a school. I think it's the only time you ever see her like that. And she
Yeah,
did an essay. I think it was about World War One,
yeah, yeah. That's the first
and I
episode.
can't remember it all word for word. But this bloke called Kitchener or something or nothing.
Something
Say,
like that. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's a good one. That is a good one. I like the one where she has the children and she has the buggy. Then when she tries to get into the backstage area and the music, the band of
yeah,
it
I
is.
remember that one.
Um, obviously, Fat Fighters though, we have to talk about a link. Obviously, they did Little Britain abroad, right? Um, and the special, um, many names in that special. I think Rob Brydon was in there. Um, or maybe it was not Rob Brydon, it was the other one.
It was Rob Brydon, but we won't hold that against him.
No, who's the other one? Who's the other guy?
They'll narrow it down a shade. What they do?
The guy who looks like Rob Brydon, but it isn't Rob Brydon.
The fuck?
He's got like a show,
Bob,
something show.
Bob Brydon. Oh.
No, he's. something show.
Well, that helps so much.
He's like Rob Brydon, but he's not Rob Brydon. And he fuck. What's his name? What is his name?
Well, tell me what you did. At least help
He
me
did
out a
a
bit.
show. He did a sketch show.
Mate, even I've
Alan
done a sketch show.
Alan something was his character's name.
Alan. Steve Coogan?
Steve Coogan, yes. That's his name. What was his character's name?
Alan Partridge.
Fucking hell, yes. God.
Oh, no.
I think he's in that. Dawn French, your favourite person. And the Fat Fighter's abroad when she goes to America. Um who's part of the Fat Fighters? You wanna tell the lovely people who a certain captain of a ship, a mining ship?
Do you mean Mac McDonald?
I do mean Matt McDonald. The man who played an American in every sitcom ever and a sketch show. Yeah, he makes an appearance.
Yeah, you know he shouldn't have done that.
Why?
He's actually Welsh.
What do you mean he's Welsh?
He's Welsh. He's from Wales.
He's American.
No, he isn't.
Yes, he is.
No, he isn't.
How do you know?
Don't I made it up, but still, I had you going, didn't I?
He's an American actor, my friend.
He's an American one.
He's from Long Island. Don't know what
Good for
happened.
him.
Don't know what happened at Short Island. Way. Um. Yeah, I mean, I like Little Britain, but we've got to talk about how controversial it is, and sexist, and racist, and homophobic, and
Well, as I recall, it wasn't very controversial at the time. It's
no,
just that
but
actors
since
changed.
I think since the situation with the Black Lives Matter movement, in 2021, BBC they took it off the air along with Come Fly With Me, which is another show they did in the like 2010s, which is an okay show, but there's blackface in it, and
I've never watched it. I've
so
seen clips.
BBC put Little Britain back on BBC, but they removed certain sketches. I think Ting Tong, she's not in it 'cause she's not nowhere to be seen. She's on DVDs, but she's not on the BBC version, the edited version. Um, which is fair enough. But yeah, they definitely censored a lot of stuff when they put it back on BBC, which is fine and makes sense. And I think that
Is it fine?
yeah, it is fine actually.
Is it fine?
It is. If you want to watch the uncensored version, just buy it on DVD for CEX for like £15, whatever much they want it for. Because they'll buy it, they'll sell it for 15 quid, but you'll get like 50p. You'll get 1 penny for it. CEX like to rip you off. Fucking yeah, I'm calling the CEX out right now. You rip people off. Well,
Yeah, that's shaken. Anyway,
that's what you do. You shit, and you rip me off as well. You can't. Sorry, got a bit.
something on your mind there, champ?
Was that?
Something on your mind there, champ?
Nah, it's just CX pissed me off, you know? Fucking shit, like you'll buy a DVD for 20 quid and resell it to them and they'll give you fucking 50p for it. It's like, you ripping me off now or something, dickhead. Anyway, back to the subject of this video. Little
Just for
bit.
the record, my cousin used to work in CEX, and
Yeah, I know he did. Yeah.
he liked it.
Yeah, he was alright. He was actually nice. They're nice people in there, it's just they rip you off. But anyway, Little
Except
Britain,
that
US.
one guy, yeah.
Yeah, except Little Britain USA, which got one series, 2008. I've seen it.
I thought it was just one episode. I thought it was just a special.
Think it. No. I think it got one season, but it didn't do well. But it's got some characters. I think Marjorie makes an appearance. Um, but obviously the one I can remember from that is two guys in the changing room, and they're naked, and they've got really tiny penises, and
Oh, the guys on steroids.
yeah, but they're straight, but the way they're acting is very, you know,
Well, that's American
Homos.
slang.
Homosexual. That's how Maggie Thatcher would have said it. Homosexuality. Um, but yeah, I don't. The reason I don't think it was successful is because, well, we talked about it in the American remakes. Sometimes American remakes are successful, like Shameless US, like The Office US. They were more successful, but I think the reason why it didn't land in America is because Little Britain was that niche 2000s edgy comedy, and in America it didn't really land. Do you know what I mean? Um,
Yeah, it is quite British, really, in its sort of flavour of humour.
yeah, it's like British dark comedy. Like if they ever did, like League of Gentlemen would never work in America because it's also that niche dark comedy. Um, that
Well, it's
ver-
also that kind of that sort of deep mythological idea of what Britain is. You know, there's lots of little mysterious places in Britain that no one ever really talks about.
yeah. But Little Britain, even though it's um, it's very outdated and very, very offensive and so many other stuff. For the time, it was very popular, and even today, I'd say it's probably still talked about. I mean, we're talking about it on a podcast, and it came out in 2003. That's what 24, 23 years ago. So we're talking about it, and it came out that long ago. But very influential. They did. Remember, there's a game, a Little Britain game on the PS2. I want to say,
Yeah, there is. I never played it myself. I have seen someone play it. I've seen a Let's Play.
and then there's
It
like.
looks fucking awful.
No, yeah, it does actually look pretty bad. But then there's also the toys. They made plushes. Well, they weren't plushes. They were. They were like, but they were like, like the plushes you get with like the hard plastic heads and the soft bodies.
Yeah, I remember you showed me some the other day. I don't remember them at all.
Yeah, it was Vicky, I think, and it was David Thomas, and it was also maybe Andy, um, and maybe Lou. But yeah, they did like toys and stuff. But I don't know why they would have done that. Why they would have released toys for a show that was aimed at adults, and it was late at night. I don't know what time it aired, probably like 9, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but just about everyone watched it anyway. It was a
Yeah,
smash hit though,
yeah, but why are you making toys for a
because
show?
lots of kids loved it.
It's true, but I guess it's like South Park, right? South Park did the same thing where they released like those plushes and they released the plastic vinyl toys, and they still do today. But I guess back then, and even the games and kids would have bought those. So I guess it doesn't really matter. But yeah, but like they made some merch of Little Britain. Um, Obviously Little Britain was massive at the time, so it was everywhere. Now it's kind of just buried with the rest of it, but it's more well known than My Family or Black Books, I'd say.
Well, some people might say that. I couldn't possibly agree with them.
If you went up someone in the street and said, "Oh, out of these two comedies, which one do you remember? Black Books or Little Britain?" They're more likely to say Little Britain.
I can't help it if some people have no taste, can I?
I'm just saying, mate, people are more likely to say Little Britain than the Black Books. Black Books is a fantastic comedy. We've covered it on the show. We've done a part one, part two. We don't know when that's going to happen, but that's a solo Barnaby thing. So God knows when they'll do that. Probably in 2052. Um,
Feel lucky.
um, but yeah, Little Britain, I'd say, was more successful and bigger than Black Books. To be honest with you,
Well, there were Black Box key rings,
okay,
probably.
it probably was like third party black market. I don't think they ever released black books, plushes, or vinyl figures of bar.
I'll have you know that there actually is a Black Box plush.
Is there? Is there really?
Yes, that actually is
Of what?
of Manny and Bernard.
No, there's not.
There is.
In the episode there is.
Yeah.
The
And they
puppet, the
therefore they
puppets.
physically exist.
Well, they're puppets in the show, aren't they? Not plushes.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah, but that wasn't sold merchandise.
It might have been.
No, it
You don't
wasn't.
know.
No, it wasn't. And just admit it. Little Britain was more successful. It got merchandise. It got a game. God, some people. Am I
Well,
right?
well, Blackbook's got a drinking game.
Does that make sense? That makes a lot of sense. Of course it did.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I invented it. But there you go.
Yeah. So Barnaby will be doing part 2 of Black Book special. God knows when they'll do it. Probably. Barney, do you want to talk about
When I'm free, because I'm actually really busy lately.
that? Do you want to talk about what you'll be covering? Like, so that people know.
So I'll be covering the Smiths, maybe a couple Beatles songs.
You're funny. No, what we'll be covering in the Black Book special part 2. Electric
Oh
Boogaloo.
well, oh well. I'm glad you asked. It'll be a deep dive, proper deep dive into my history
Mhm.
with the show
Yeah.
and how I discovered it and how I based my entire life on the teachings of Bernard Black.
Me, you didn't, but okay. Sure. Whatever you say, mate.
May his wine glass be ever full.
May rest in peace, Bernard Black. Because let's be honest, he probably is dead now. Um, but yeah,
What,
little
Dylan Moran or Bernard Black?
Bernard Black. Um, Black becoming very soon, and I mean soon in 50 years. Um, so Barney, is there anything you want to bring up about Little Britain? I think we covered most of it. There's more characters. There's God knows how many characters we haven't covered. We could Bubbles. Go
I
with
was thinking
Bubbles,
of Bubbles.
darling. Bubbles is fantastic. In fact, in the abroad, she actually goes to Ronnie Colbert's house. Yeah, it's Ronnie Colbert because he's short and has glasses, not tall and has glasses. Ronnie Colbert house. Bubbles is a funny
Uh,
character. The lady who writes books has a writer for
oh
her.
yeah, that's ripping off Barbara Cartland.
And it's just so funny because she's like the
Mm.
Bible. I think one of them she says, "Have you ever read the Bible?" Says, and then she just yeah that's quite funny.
So do our listeners want to guess what I'm opening right now?
You what?
Does do any of our listeners want to guess what I'm opening right now?
Kaiser.
Only like Tyler, you can't even get that anymore.
You can.
I've not seen it for a while.
What do you open? Monster.
Might have been.
Bastard. All right. I thought you were something related to Little Britain. Oh, we've got to look. We've got to talk about. Look at my eyes. The eyes. The eyes. Not around the eyes. The eyes. You're under.
Well, that was taking a mick out of Paul McKenna.
3, 2, 1. You're back in the room. Um, I like the one when he's in the hospital. That's my. I think that's the first one we see him. It's fantastic. Um, they're probably all making fun of people though. Like most of the characters are probably based on people. I know Vicky Pollard was based on teenagers from Bristol because I saw a
Apparently
video of
so, yeah.
Matt Lucas going to Bristol and apparently they speak like that and they go new but yerba. Um, I'm not sure how true that is because I'm not from Bristol. A little bit Jamaican there.
I don't know. I'll have to ask someone who lives there. I actually do know someone who lives in Bristol.
You know a Bristolian,
Well, he's not from Bristol.
but he lives in Bristol.
Yeah, well, last I
New,
heard he's living in
but
Bristol.
but new. Um, yeah, I think we're gonna end it there in a minute. And anything you want to talk about the show that you like? We talked about Martin and Linda. Linda, who was a what was Linda?
He was a secretary.
But she had like I don't even notice, but in the background she had like a lot of communist stuff.
Don't really recall that. I do remember the computer says no, lady.
Sorry. Yeah. Did
Oh,
she have a
subtle
name?
reference.
Did she have a name?
I'm pretty sure she does have a name.
I'm pretty sure for Red Nose Day they did that with Catherine Tate, and they did that one because obviously Red Nose Day can't speak. They did a a lot of Little Britain Red
Yeah,
Nose
yeah,
Day
yeah.
specials.
They did a whole comic relief DVD. I think they might have done two.
I think the last one I saw them do was one with, and it was recent-ish. This is like 10 years ago, with Stephen Hawking and Lou and Andy.
I'm not seeing that.
And it was fairly recent. I don't know when it was. It was fairly recent. Maybe the same time as Only Fools and Horses one with David Beckham. Maybe that time, that period. But yeah, I think they did release a comic really special. But they did a lot of spots on comic relief. There was a lot of short ones they did, which is interesting. But I remember Catherine
I
Tate.
do vaguely recall that they did a sketch with Elton John.
Did they? Oh yeah, they did. Was it David? Wasn't it?
If I recall right, and they also did one with Robbie Williams, I think.
Yeah. No, that's right. I think it was David as well. It might have been. Um, was it Red Nose Day with Peter Kay's character and Andy? And they sang I don't know.
Oh, is this the one around really?
Yeah, was it Amarillo? Or was it 500 miles?
No, they might have done that and all, but I just remember this is the way to Amarillo because I
It
hate
was
that song.
Andy and the character Peter Kay plays, but I don't know his name. In
I actually should know.
the
Someone will
the
be
wheelchair one.
giving me credit.
But that I remember. I remember that. God, what else have they done? Did they do? I don't think they did Children in Need, did they? It was just Red Nose Day.
They might have done Children Need and all, but I don't recall it.
We've got to talk about the end. I don't think it was the entire of this free series, but the end of two guys trying to break Guinness World Record. Got to talk about those guys. The things they were trying to do, the records they were trying to do, and you just felt sorry for them. You're like, oh my god, these poor bastards.
I
Um,
remember there was one with Dominoes.
the Dominoes, yeah. Or
Yeah.
there was the baked bean one and the card stacking one, and like, oh, apparently we can't tape them together or glue them together, or whatever. Um, but yeah, like, yeah, it was of that time. Like I said, it's not very woke, but for the time, it was edgy comedy when comedy was kind of dying out at that point, like the 2000s. Comedy wasn't really popping off like it was in the 80s and the 90s, you know.
Well, comedy comes and goes like that, you know. It sort of comes and goes in waves.
Yeah, it does. Like I think recently it's kind of come back. What was I watching the other day? Android, which is
Yeah, I started
funny.
thinking,
It's quite funny. Danny John Jules is in it, so obviously I'm gonna like it and I'm gonna be biased to it. But yeah, comedy. I feel like 2020's comedy.
yeah,
Yeah,
what's that woman's name? I only know her as Philomena Cook.
I don't know her name.
It might be Diane Morgan, but don't quote me on it.
I generally don't know her name, mate. I know her face, but I don't know her name.
I actually did a thing with what's the guy's name? Joe Wilkinson, way back when. We did
Is
a
he
little
when he?
sketch thing
Oh,
called
the Joe Wilkinson.
Yeah, that Joe Wilkinson.
No idea who that is.
I think I got his name right. He's like, you see him on like 8 out of 10 cats and things like that.
Never seen that.
Well,
What?
anyway,
Why did you go quiet? I've never seen it. Sorry, bitch.
you moan at me for not watching TV.
Yeah, but I don't. But in
Ah,
what?
you said in, I said out.
Cat.
Ow.
Ow.
The opposite of in.
I
Out.
said cat. Cat.
All right.
Meow.
Don't call me cat.
Oh, your name's.
Barnaby. Cat is my sister. I got a sister
I mean,
called Catherine.
I have said your name on the podcast.
Yes, Barnaby.
No, I've said your real name.
Barnaby is my real name.
It's a stage name, but okay.
No, it is actually my real name.
No, it's not.
It actually
But
is.
my name isn't the Lone Punk. My name is Cammy. and your name is not Barnaby Tremaine.
Yes, it is.
No, it's really not though.
It really is, though.
If I wanted to, I could tell them your name, but I'm not going to.
You
Could
know my name. It's Barnaby.
Yeah, sure, Barnaby. Yeah, that's your name. Yeah, definitely your birth name and everything. Your mum definitely named you Barnaby.
She did.
Definitely, yeah, sure. Like I said, I could just blurt it out right now. I could be that funny right now. I'm not going to, you know.
You're trying to make me edgy.
Huh?
Trying to make me all edgy. Oh no.
Oh God. Yeah. Do you wanna say anything else before we put an end to this one?
Yeah, I'd like to put on record that Barnaby Tremaine is actually